Hi, this is Wendy Marsh. Today I want to talk to you about anxiety. People who have disabilities such as autism or anxiety disorders, PTSD, as well as all the rest of us, are experiencing more anxiety these days. A lot is going on in the world, and there's much that we can't do a lot about. We may even lose sleep in worrying about things that we can't change. That doesn't give us the energy and the strength that we need to go on to the next day and face those new challenges. We really need to get sleep. And I have a tip for how to stop anxiety, that little voice in your head that keeps talking at you. You know that little voice? Do you have one of those little voices? It's the one that's saying, "What little voice? I don't hear a little voice." That's the one. So if you have a little voice that's like talking in your ear while you're trying to sleep, telling you all the terrible things, you need to tell it to stop. And first, it's just saying the word stop. You can say it out loud, whisper it, just say it inside your head. But you need to stop to interrupt that little voice. And then the letters S.T.O.P for stop stand for self-talk, override, and prayer. Self-talk is just talking back to your little voice. Think in advance, plan out what might be a good response to the negative talk that you get in your little ear all night. If the voice is telling you how terrible everything is, you might say, stop, and then say, things are bad, and bad things get better. Things are bad, and bad things get better. If you're like me, you've lived a pretty long life, and we know in our history bad things have happened, and bad things have gotten better. It might seem like this is worse than the other things that we've lived through, but bad things get better. So when the voice says, everything is terrible, it's never going to get better, and you say stop, then you override it with your self-talk. Bad things get better. You might have to repeat it many times because you might have a persistent little voice. You might have to keep overriding it and keep talking back like a broken record. Bad things get better. You also want to remember that there are wise people, people with good hearts and good intentions who are working hard to fix the problems in our nation and in our world. While we are sleeping here, they might be awake on the other side of the country, working hard to solve those problems. Mr. Rogers' mother told him when he was a little boy and something distressing happened that worried him. She said, look for the helpers. There are always helpers. You will always see helpers. And that's true today. Bad things happen, but bad things get better. And if we look for the helpers, they're there. And then after you have told your little voice to stop, and you've used self-talk to override it, then is a good time for prayer. To just allow the worries of your day and of our world to be given to God. And just let that, if it's stuck in a kink in your neck, you know where the spot is, let God have that one too. Pray with the faith that God can handle it. However bad it seems to us on earth, God can handle it. So, to stop anxiety, self-talk, override, and prayer. I hope that this is helpful to you. And take care. Bye-bye.